they fired her because she was quote unquote a safety risk.
Okay, again, she wasn't transgender, so I don't
No, she wasn't. But all of this anti-trans rhetoric is causing what's called a mass panic. And people are freaked out and they think that trans people are the scariest thing since fucking goblins.
I would also say the way they would probably do this is if they were to make it illegal, they could start issuing tickets or something, and what you could do is bring it to a judge and prove the nature of what you are in whatever, however the court may require you to do that.
And if you're deemed to be trans, there's also another thing with the passport thing. People have been sending in to try to get passports and just having shit confiscated. And so then we're undocumented, essentially.
You still
in
haven't answered my
Texas, they're
question.
trying to make it illegal to even attempt to get your to have
still haven't answered my
if you
question.
have identification that doesn't match your birth certificate, they want it
Still
to be
haven't
a
answered the
felony.
question.
What
You
is
still
your
haven't answered the
question?
question. My question is, if an equal problem for cisgender and transgender people if people interpret them as transgender people. You have every right to go in whichever bathroom you want as much as I do.
You're an idiot.
You're a fucking idiot. How's that? What do you mean?
Is anybody going to accuse you of being trans?
You don't
and
know what
kick
I
the
look.
shit out of you randomly?
You don't know what it's never happened to you. You don't know what I look like.
It's happened to many, 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 many people.
Okay.
Cis and trans alike.
Okay.
Because of all of this anti-trans nonsense.
You don't know what I look like. You don't know what I look like.
What are you here for?
You don't know what I look like. You don't know what I look like. So
You're right. Turn on your camera.
How do you... No, why would I turn on my camera? Why would I turn on my camera?
Do you think you're going to win something here? Like, what is this?
What am I trying... I'm just out of curiosity. What am I trying to win?
You're not curious. You're just trying to like deep... Well, that's not real. That can't happen. Like, well,
no, I'm just saying...
It's just as bad for cis people. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
You can make an argument that cis people could also be...
yeah, I'm telling you that all of this anti-trans fucking nonsense is bad for everyone. Yes.
Sure.
So we need to knock it the fuck off.
Cool. When did I say it's not bad for everyone? When did I say that?
I don't think it was an argument. It was just a statement.
When? No, I'm asking you a question. When, Lainey, or whatever your name is.
Okay, are you just saying you agree with what she said? Are you just agreeing with what she said?
There's nothing. I don't think there's anything to disagree or agree with. It's a fact. What she's saying is factual. So how?
So you agree? I would say you just say it. You agree? It's harmful.
Yeah, all of this sucks. Okay, great. So do you have any other questions?
So you're the one that told me to shut up first. You're the one that's all mad.
Yeah, because you were talking over me.
Okay, it's on a phone on TikTok with 3 people talking at the same time. So
Pickles
sorry.
wasn't talking.
You know what I mean, though. Sorry if by accidentally I talked over you. That's not what I was trying to do. You're all mad up here and all defensive, this, and that. I'm just asking you simple questions. I haven't said a single thing hateful towards you. I haven't said anything.
Okay, yeah, you haven't said slurs. Thank you so much.
I'm not trying to get brownie points for that. I'm just saying, like, I'm wondering why you're so mad and uptight about this when all I've done is just ask you certain questions. And Go ahead.
Did you vote for Trump?
You call me an idiot.
Sergio, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Did you know that he was saying that he was going to do all of these things to trans people?
I did.
Did you know that he said he was going to remove all trans people from the military? Question mark. Yes. And so you did all of those things against my community.
Yeah,
you voted for that. And now you're saying, yeah, cry about it.
Yeah, cry about it.
So that's why I hate your guts.
Did he leave?
Yeah. Here you go. Anyways, I gotta go get my pizza out of the oven.
Love you so much, Helene.
Love you, Pickles.
Smoochies.
Love you, chat.
Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop into the box. We are doing debates for maybe another hour or two. I think we've been live for 5.5 hours. Heavens to Betsy. What's
Well,
up, Fuzzy?
You know better than bring me up if that's what your advertisement is right now.
I go ahead.
I just wanted to come up and say hi to Lainey, and she is amazing. She really is. I love her right to death. So I just wanted to say hi. And that guy, I don't care what he said. Good twice.
Yeah. Yeah. And yesterday he was giving me lip. Yesterday he was giving me shit. And I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear you yesterday, but yeah, it's ridiculous. And yeah, did you vote? That was great by Laney. So did you not know that he said he's going to get trans people out of the military? Did you not know that? Because he advertised it. Did you not know that he was going to change the fact that their passports have to match their gender? Did you not know that?
Yeah, and to be disingenuous about the bathroom thing too. Like, they're never going to do that. Like, bro, it's been in every debate with conservatives in the past like 2-3 years now. They know it's a hot topic. They know that it's a hot button issue for them. Don't pretend like this isn't some like thing we're all debating about.
Yeah, it's crazy. And how much do you hear? Well, he doesn't mean it, or he was just joking, or that's not what he's really going to do. Everything he says he's going to do, he has done.
Yeah.
But there's Ari. Ari, who you want to debate? Me? Is that Ari?
I'm gonna go 1v1. I'm gonna 1v1. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I want to drop it. I just want to say hi to her. So
all right,
I'll
man.
talk to you later.
Peace.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
What do you like about Trump?
That when the start of 2025, the Bitcoin price went up.
And now how is it doing?
It's doing bad, but that's not an indication that the Bitcoin will go down in the future. That is, it's a temporary problem.
You're right.
It's
You should
not
buy.
permanent. Well, there's no need to buy because it's at a
Go buy
high
some, bro.
price. No. And I like how the way that. Okay, so why do you think that Trump is a bad person? Why is he politically bad?
His economic policy is incoherent. It's horrible, and he explains it backwards so that people get to vote for it and are ill-informed about it.
Hey, by the way, I'm not American, but can I still be on the live?
I'll entertain it for a minute.
So what you're telling me now is, no, I'm from the UK, so am I still allowed to be on the live?
I'll let it slide for a little bit. It's okay.
Is it yes or no?
Yes for now.
Because I think that's racism.
Nationality is not a race.
Yeah, but you're discriminating my place of birth.
No, I'm discriminating by eligibility to vote.
Okay, bro, whatever. So why do you think that? So do you think that Bitcoin is a? Do you think Bitcoin will go down in the future because of Trump's tariffs? See, bro.
I really don't. I would be lying if I told you I knew a lot about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I also say that Trump would be lying too if he pretended to say he knew a lot about Bitcoin. The only thing he's doing is yapping and convincing you guys that he's going to champion policy that's going to help you with Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency. And I don't trust him. I don't trust him to not do it in a way that's horrible. You know, right now, he has a meme coin open that foreign agencies, foreign governments can make donations anonymously to him. And it's for somehow not on the news all day, every day.
Okay, yeah. So can I ask you a question? Are you a big fan of immigration in the United States?
I don't think it's an issue at all.
So you don't think that? So, okay. So let's say people come into the country illegally, the United States or America. So do you think that? Do you think that? So do you have a job?
You're looking at it.
So this is your. So do you? So let's say that you pay tax, and immigrants are constantly coming inside the country illegally, and they claim asylum, and let's say
That's
that.
legal.
So you can't claim asylum in the United States.
That's
That is
total legal. That's totally legal. That's
I know,
not
that's my point.
that's not illegal.
Bros, that's my point. I'm saying that. Are you happy with that immigrants are taking your tax money,
They're paying tax money. They're not taking it.
bro? There are certain immigrants that have disabilities and learning difficulties that cannot get a job.
Okay, and how do they apply for benefits?
I'm guessing by a government website.
Yeah? How do you do that as a undocumented migrant?
So, one sec. Can you say that again, please?
How do undocumented migrants apply for benefits?
Bro, that's not what I'm saying. Bro, I'm saying, okay, so let's say if constant migrants are coming to your country and they're not working at all, they're not contributing to the workforce, do you think that they should be taking your tax money?
How are they taking our tax money, bro?
By applying for now we're talking about legal immigrants. See, bro, you're getting humbled. I swear, you're getting humbled. I can humble you.
I'm
anytime.
getting humbled?
Yeah.
I'm asking you how they're a net negative on our tax dollars, and you can't explain. You just keep backing out of the conversation.
Bro, we're talking about legal immigrants. So let's say legal immigrants come to your country and they don't contribute to the workforce. Are you happy that you are paying tax money to the legal immigrants and they are claiming benefits?
This is from our congressional budget office. They did all of this math. And so you and I don't have to yap about it and pretend like we know what we're talking about. And right here, if you just scroll down, this whole thing has nothing but good things to say about migrants and the economy. And here's the biggest one. They're adding $1.3 trillion to our GDP over the next 10 years. That's pretty good.
Are we talking about migrants?
Yeah, which one are you keep saying? Is it legal or not legal migrants?
Bro, okay, no. Forget the illegal. I'm talking about legal now. Legal
okay,
migrants.
This is both.
No, bro, you're not getting my point.
If you're here legally,
yeah,
most of them, according to this math, is saying that they are mostly working and mostly contributing in a way that it doesn't matter. If you can point to one kid who might have a disability who can't work, that doesn't mean all of them are that way. We've done the math.
Yeah, but so what you're telling me now then, illegal immigrants can't come to the United States and they claim asylum.
Okay. When you claim asylum, that is a legal process. What you just said makes 0 sense.
Bro, I can literally go on Google now and check how many illegal immigrants came to the USA. Do you want me to look it up, or
yeah, all you're going to do is further prove the point that they contribute to the economy. And I say if 12 million came and we see nothing but positive numbers from it, let's get 12 million more right now.
So you're a big fan of immigration. So how about the jobs that they are taking from US citizens?
They aren't taking jobs from the U.S. citizens.
Oh,
we have 4% unemployment, which is very good. Nobody's looking for a job. So that points out the window. We have 8 million open jobs still, even with 4% unemployment. So your point's even further shit. And now states like Florida are looking into changing child labor laws so that kids could work overnight. They're just yearning for the fucking mines because they kicked all the fucking migrants out of the state. We need them.
So, okay. I can still humble you if you want. I can still humble you.
We're all waiting.
Okay. One sec. I want to go on Google and check negative impacts on.
You're gonna you don't know why you hate them. You have to go find out.
Bro, I'm not. Bro.
All right, get out of here, dude.
Whoa, can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know. My screen went black.
Oh, I'm here. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. My screen went black, so I can't see anything. This is interesting.
Strange.
Is the other? Yeah, it's a bit black. Let me re-request.
Oh. Chat, tap the screen. Let's get the 350K. We're almost at 300K. 289. Let's get to 300K.
I mostly wanted to make a joke that like not all Aries are bad guys.
Oh.
The real one is here. It's okay. You don't have to deal with the insufferable one from, I guess, the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
That wanted to speak on American immigration.
I love it. I love
had
it.
some interesting ones today. I've been in and out because of work.
Oh my God. 5 stops away. My new router's 5 stops away.
Oh, your internet's not been bad today compared to yesterday. It's gone like where it's had like 5-second delays, but that's still better than it was yesterday where it just completely froze for a hot minute.
All right. Apparently somebody wants to humble me real quick.
Bro, you are scared to debate me, honestly.
Is this
You are
Ari
scared.
again?
Yeah, you are scared to debate me.
Is your real name? Hey, quiz. Is your real name Ari?
No, it's not. But bro, you are scared
Oh,
to debate me.
thank goodness. Can
bro,
you
I will-
please change your name because you give an insult to the name, and I don't appreciate it.
Pickles, I will humble you so badly right now. Just 1 sec.
How old are you, Artie?
Yeah, he's 12. I'm 33, just in case TikTok wants to try to clout me.
Oh my God. Bro came back with a fucking whiteface account. Bro's playing whiteface.
Who knows who he is? How have your debates been today? Aside from some of the ones that I had, Adrian was on for way too long.
I know. I don't know. I am. They've been okay. They've been okay. Goddamn. Yeah. Yeah. They've been okay. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on. I gotta go climbing with my girlfriend in a little bit.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you a Trump supporter?
I'll just say it real quick. They have this idea where it's a Schrödinger's immigrant, where they don't have a job and they're taking everyone's job. Just a super quick story about my family. My grandfather was part of the Bracero program, which started in 1945 to bring legal immigrant workers from Mexico to become to work in the fields when the U.S. soldiers and U.S. population couldn't. Fast forward 20 years to 1965. That's when my grandmother wrote a letter to Lady Bird Johnson, the Lyndon B. Johnson, the first lady, asking her what does my family need to start bringing everybody over from Mexico. So Lady Bird Johnson wrote back saying, as long as my grandfather, that was part of the Bracero program, has a social security number, he can start bringing people over. So then my mother was the first person to come to Chicago in 1964 from all her siblings. And the rest is history, basically. But my point is that this country, the United States of America, I don't call it America. I call it the United States of America because that's what it's called. It was built on immigrants, and if you take away immigrants in any way, shape, or form, this country is going to fail. Full stop.
No one
Period.
disagrees with that.
All right, I appreciate you. I usually don't let
That's
friendlies
all
up
I
here.
wanted to say. That's all I want to say. Thank you for giving me time. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Thank you, man.
All right. Well, Audrey, I'm gonna do a few more 1v1s, and then I'm gonna get out.
No
I'm gonna get out
problem.
of here.
If you end after 5:30, send everyone to me. I'll be
Okay.
on.
Okay. I
All
will.
right.
Bye. Hello?
Hello?
Are you a Trump supporter?
Are you ready to get humbled, bro?
Of
I'm
course.
sorry. I love you, Pickles. That was hilarious. He was a dumbass. I love you.
All right. Love you back. Yellow?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Of course I am. Of course. That's why I joined.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? Trump, great president. I'm not gonna agree with him 100%, but 90% I agree with him. Everything he's doing so far is for the American people. And to be honest, it's going pretty well. If you want to put somebody else in here so I can debate them, or if I'm debating you, I don't know how this works. I
You can
just
debate me.
joined, so. Okay.
So,
You want to pick a topic or?
yeah, can you tell me some things that Trump's doing that is America first?
Of course. These tariffs, right? Already bringing manufacturing back to the states for the working class people.
Why do we
If you want to
need
talk market,
why do we need all sorts
Yep.
of why do we need jobs? We already have 4% unemployment, 8 million open jobs.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Say that again.
Why do we need more jobs? We already have 4% unemployment. Nobody's looking for a job.
No, people are looking for jobs. and we need them back. There's welders out here that can't get a proper job because of what Joe Biden did.
No, I
we're
literally just
relying
told you
too
the
much.
unemployment numbers.
Okay, but that doesn't go for welding and things of that sort. I'm telling you from experience, for friends that are welding that are struggling to look for proper work, they can't get jobs because of what Joe Biden put in place.
What did he do? What did he
Now
do?
he's bringing these back, like manufacturing for cars. He's trying to bring back ship makings and
No, like
great things of that sort.
what did Joe Biden do that stopped welders from getting jobs?
Specifically, shit, what was? Excuse my language. What was it called?
Someone on YouTube goes, because the open jobs are not high paying, you tool. Okay, so Trump is going to bring back jobs to make plastic widgets, and those are going to be high paying? Because that's what Trump's tariffing. Trump's tariffing Chinese goods. All of the plastic shit you're buying on Amazon, that's what he wants to come bring manufacturing back to the United States? And that's going to be high paying? Yeah, just because you have a handful of friends that are looking for jobs doesn't mean the whole United States is looking for a fucking job. It's kind of silly. One guy sitting next to 50 robots. Yeah, exactly. The manufacturing facilities of the future are not going to be a lot of. They're not going to have a lot of employees. It's going to be a bunch of AI, a bunch of robots, and then those facilities are going to put current manufacturing facilities out of business. So people are just going to lose jobs. That's what we're looking. That's what we're staring down the barrel of right now. All of Trump's bullshit is so incoherent. Biden is the one who made manufacturing facilities all across America, and they're like computer chip manufacturing, bioengineering, semiconductors. Trump's trying to bring back coal. Coal? The fuck? Beautiful clean coal. Let's bring back the fax machine. 3 stops away, chat. 3 stops away. The children yearn for the mines, chat. He sold off our jobs, finishing what Clinton started with NAFTA. Trump renegotiated the USMCA, which was just NAFTA 2.0, NAFTA plus. It was almost the same trade agreement with some slight changes. And we're in population decline. And it's so much more cheaper to have those jobs overseas than here. And even if we did make all of those things here, nobody would buy it. That's why they're being built overseas. There's no longevity. Nobody would come buy things made in the United States. Name one thing made in the United States, and I'll give you $1,000. Name one thing that's 100% made and manufactured in the United States. I'll give you $1,000 fucking dollars. You can't. Obesity. All right, you win. So the answer is import Americans? Yeah, why not? What, like, I know that hurts your fifis, but nobody wants to have kids. Are you going to just... So is your answer to force people to have kids? My Pillow's made in the USA. Okay, where do they get their materials? Where do they get their raw materials? Where do they get their machines made to make these pillows? Where do they get the conveyor belts? Where do they get the hardware? Where do they get the plastic to wrap the pillows? China. It's fucking China. Where do they get the textile, the fabric? Probably China. Laos, Vietnam. Where does Trump have his shit made? China. If we try to be a completely incestuous, like, closed off market, we're gonna suffocate. It's a really dumb idea. Hello?
Hello. How's it going?
Going good. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, of course I am, man.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
I like that he loves his country, and nobody else seems to these days. Yeah,
I would say that's a lie, because Trump seems to have a lot of issues with, like, the founding documents of our country.
he has a lot of issues with the founding documents of our country.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Constitution.
Like, do you think the documents should be unchanging, or do you think they should change and adapt to modern times?
I
Because
think
that's
that
important. Because if you think they should change, then you won't have a problem with them being different. But if you
I
think they
think
should
that
be unchanging, then you do.
I think there's a way to change them that allows us all to vote on them, and he wants to change them unilaterally just by himself, one person.
Okay, what are your issues with Trump these days?
What's my issue with Trump these days?
Yeah, give me some of your issues with Trump. To be honest, I'm not
He's
trying to be rude here.
he's
I just
he's
hear a lot of
against
complaints about Trump. They sound so
he's
silly.
against our second, our First Amendment rights, our Fifth, our Sixth Amendment rights. He
But
doesn't
he's
like people
sorry, wait,
dissenting
what?
against us.
Can we go through them one by one? He's against your Second Amendment rights, so you believe you should have more freedom with guns, and he's against that?
Yeah, he's proposed a thing where you could take the guns first and do due process second.
Okay. Well, I don't know enough about that. I'm not going to debate you on that. Could we talk about something maybe we both know about? Maybe something recent?
Okay, what do you think about Trump writing executive orders that are running law firms into the ground who are expressing dissent and suing his administration for things that they are doing unlawfully?
And brother, you're naming like the most obscure shit, like issues he's having with law firms, then getting me to argue with it.
Okay, when the president does something illegal, when the president does something illegal, who holds him accountable?
Wait, are you a Biden guy?
Answer the question.
Well, no, I understand. I don't want to avoid the question. I was just going to say, well, if you want to apply whether somebody does something illegal, they're culpable for it, that wouldn't even work, because if you're a Biden guy, then he's immune to being illegal. So, like, you can't really, you've got a self-fulfilling prophecy there, circular logic.
Okay, we're talking about somebody who's abusing power while in office and trying to be an authoritarian. If Trump...
You know what? Wait, sorry. Can I be honest? I'm actually not going to disagree that there are some bad things about Trump, or that he's abusing power to some degree. I'm not even gonna argue that to some degree. What I'm arguing is whether he's a bad leader or not to some degree. Does that make sense?
Okay, he's a horrible leader.
Yeah. What? Okay. I want to be able to chat to you about this, but if you bring up a really sort of obscure legal cases or something that I don't know about, then you get an automatic win, because I don't really have an answer to that. Do you understand? Because I'm going to go, I don't know about
Okay, then I can explain them to you and see if you agree with them or not.
Sure. Why don't you do that?
So, in the past, Trump has had some people investigate him and find out that he was doing things unlawfully. He was doing crimes.
Okay,
and
you don't have to talk to me like I'm stupid. Are you talking about his 34 felony counts?
That or his other indictments, his other 50-something indictments.
Okay, so there's a fundamental... would you consider yourself left or liberal? Or like leftist or liberal in America?
I'm a liberal.
Okay. There's a fundamental misunderstanding I feel like liberals have with conservatives in America, which is that they see him as somebody that's a criminal with 34, criminal convictions or whatever, whereas conservatives don't really see him that way. They see his convictions as a farce anyway. So we're arguing from different perspectives. Does that make sense?
I know. But I've never heard somebody who thinks that his criminal convictions are a farce that's actually able to tell me about them.
Okay. We can tell you about them. Well, they changed the laws, for example, for his conviction on moving money to pay off Eugene Carroll. They changed the laws from misdemeanor to crime, and that was supposed to be a civil case.
You have that completely backwards and upside down. First of all, it's Stormy Daniels that you're talking about that had the criminal indictments, the 34 felonies, and Eugene Carroll's was a civil case, and that was something that was the law was changed for, but that was a civil case. And it was changed because they were pursuing people from the Catholic Church who were sexually abusing children, and it gave them a 2-year window to pursue their abusers.
Don't drop stuff like sexually abusing children to give like sort of emotional weight to the conversation. It's like super manipulative. Don't do that. Look, I understand where you're coming at, and if we're gonna argue here over legal cases and who was convicted, you're gonna end up winning because the guy won in a court. I understand that. What you're not understanding is that the entire prosecution itself, nobody really gives a shit.
I know
Conservatives in
because
America,
they
because we look at people like Joe Biden, who's immune to being criminally convicted. We look at people like Hunter Biden, who've basically been on GTA 5 for.
all right.
Sorry, I'm getting muted by your. Do you want me
Yeah,
to talk less?
I need you to chill out though. Yes, Trump is a very criminal person, and Joe Biden came and left, and he didn't do things like try to jail his political opponents. He didn't do things like make a huge laundry list of people he wanted to arrest. He didn't chant on a campaign trail saying lock her up. So it's just Trump. It's just Trump, and he's somehow convinced the whole conservative party to look the other way when it comes to his criminal convictions. And it has people like you coming up here confidently telling me that you know things about them when you don't.
I'm not confidently telling you, man. First of all, do you mind if I don't get muted? If you want me to talk a certain way that's more respectful, just ask me to. Or if you want me to talk less, that's okay. I will.
Okay.
Just like if I'm getting muted.
Joe Biden did not. He did not pardon himself, by the way.
I understand. Okay. Look, if I break things down slowly and I think about, look, this is a guy that's been civilly and criminally convicted of a bunch of things, I agree with you. You're going to win all those arguments. And then you could pose to me, Charlie, my name's Charlie, right? You could say, Charlie, why is it that you're supporting somebody, who's convicted of sexual assault? And I'm going to agree with you every time. The issue is...
All right. Someone paid to kick you. W. Darrell's in the chat. Trump, I would love to talk to one conservative that knows anything. They can talk in depth about any of Trump's convictions or his indictments. No one really can. And it's really sad.
Yo.
Yellow.
What's going on, sir?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm gonna turn my camera on. Hold on, I'll turn my camera on. Oh, there we go. No, I'm not Trump supporter. I just came to change up the energy a little bit, just to tell you that you're doing a great job up here on this TikTok live, my man. And you see, I'm serving the country.
Hey, thanks for your service.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your support. But nah, I've been watching your live since this morning. I've been seeing all these dumb conservatives coming up here saying stupid stuff. And, I can say firsthand because I am serving this military under Trump. So I get to see it every day about, conservatives coming up here and in real life being misinformed and misled about to get off Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. So, again, keep doing your thing. I'm definitely about to follow you. And, yeah, that's it.
Fuck yeah, bro. Hey, much love.
Hey, love to you, bro. Appreciate it. Have a good day. That's
You
all
too.
I'm not going to.
Fuck yeah, dude. W. Cal in the chat. Yo, that made my fucking D-Wiggy.
I just wanted to, if Cal's still watching, I wanted to kind of give a quick, brief warning about wearing his uniform on social media, political apps and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think you could get in trouble, Cal, showing your uniform and speaking about politics. I don't remember it's something in the uniform code or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But just keep an eye on that and be careful because you're awesome. Thank you.
Much love, Andrew. Yellow.
Hello.
Are you a Trump supporter? You're not a Trump supporter.
No, I just was
Yeah.
cracking up. That last guy was like, if you go through specifics and you explain it slowly in detail, I'm going to agree with you every time. But it was killing me. But keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to explain it to him, and then he goes, well, you don't have to talk to me like a kid. Bro. Come on, man. Come on. Guys, if you have a grievance with me kicking people off, it's a little something you guys champion. It's called capitalism, but it's $25 a kick, and I think I might be raising the price on it. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know it's obviously not something you would cheer on too much, but I want people to kick a little bit less often. It's pretty much the only, like, $25 is great and I love it. But sometimes it hurts to not have anybody to debate with. Sometimes it hurts a little more than $25. Raise the price. I was thinking by $10, $35. Easy to kick people 25. That's sad. Right? I mean, even the conservatives on YouTube say it. I don't know. Make it 40? 50? 50 is a bit much in this economy. We'll crowdfund the kicks if necessary. Can do that. $29.99. I should just scale them with Trump's tariffs. Hello.
Hi there. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from the UK. So I'm a nothing supporter, almost like in America. You know, obviously it's not very relevant to me. But well, it is. It just yeah. It's watching America, it's like, are you suicidal or something? Like the country? It's just an interesting thought. Almost, it feels like people are like voting for an anti-hero, like all the historical things that happened when he was president. And just that it's nuts that it's voted back in. Yeah, I'm, from out the country, but just wanted to give another opinion. Yeah, you say it's your Brexit moment. Yeah, you had your Brexit moment in 2016, but it's happened again. We at least learned our lesson then. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Is it voting for an anti-hero? Is it like voting for a Deadpool? I don't know, but yeah.
I think it's somebody who is very keen to they know how to manipulate people, and they really like using the media, and they also have no shame. They have no shame. I don't know. It's just a combination of things, but yeah, there being a lot of people, so many people being played, and I've never been more convinced after talking to thousands of them. I've never been more convinced that that's the truth.
Yeah. No, it's sad, but I wish you guys luck. We don't think you're all like that, but yeah, I feel for you the next 4 years or whatever it is. Blessed. We finally went liberal this side, but yeah, bless you.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Alrighty. What's up,
Hey,
Fire
bro.
Squad?
How you doing?
Doing good, dude.
So to kind of touch on what the last guest there was talking about, I think at least to my perspective, it seems like a lot of the reason Trump got the voters and stuff that he did is because I think for a very long time, his supporters have been targeted through the media and like social media and things like that, and called every bad name under the sun that they could think of. And they probably only voted for him because he pisses off the other side.
I can see that being true. I can see that being kind of true.
Why else would they have no knowledge of his policies or anything like that and just straight up not care? I mean, you heard that guy Charlie. He literally said they do not care.
Yeah. Yeah, I see them a lot of them cheering for things that they are going to equally see uh like negative effects from. Like when they see us upset, they don't care what it is. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
excited about it.
they don't have an answer for it. They just want to see you guys upset,
Yeah.
essentially. One question I do have is, I thought at the time when Trump was running that, and like I said before, I'm more centered, and I'm not a Trump fan, but I did think that he had a better chance of keeping us out of conflict with Russia. Now, hindsight looking back, it looks like it was maybe impending doom regardless. But what do you think Kamala would have done differently to maybe try to keep us out of that?
I think that she saw Putin the way he needs to be seen as an actual real threat, a former KGB agent, somebody who's very manipulative. And I think Trump is very easily manipulated. I think people they just have to kind of butter him up, compliment him or whatever, stroke his ego, kiss the ring, and you're his bestie temporarily. And Putin is, you know, as easy as you can imagine for him. And I think Kamala assessed the threat better than Trump. And I think that tr- um, Trump is Trump is everything and nothing. So like when you say, oh, why Trump, they say, oh, the world's scared of him. Everybody's scared of him. He means business. But when you look at him in regards to Putin, Trump is the nicest guy in the world to Putin. He's not hitting him with tariffs. He's not said a mean word to him. He's never given him a warning saying, hey, get the fuck out of Ukraine. He's done nothing but be mean to the victim in the Ukraine conflict. I've never seen him be mean to our adversaries. Like, it's been nothing but kind. He looks up to them. He champions them. He calls them brilliant. And I don't know. I think that's not something we should do. We should embolden our enemies, and we shouldn't say things on the world stage that has their population look at those leaders as great people.
Well, it's probably because he wants Russia to take Ukraine.
I think he's pro-Russia. I think he's.
Do you think if Russia did take Ukraine, that they would stop there?
Nah.
No.
No, their economy is in shambles, and war helps your economy, and so does taking over countries that have all the natural resources and the means to control like trade ports, like seaports, and control the economies of their neighbors. So what he could do is take over Ukraine, control the trade coming from the Black Sea, suffocate the surrounding countries that just so happen to be Poland and all of those, and he's on to the next.
There was an argument that I had heard made earlier, and I can't recall your response to it, so I'll kind of bring it up again. The guy was talking about Russia versus Ukraine, what kind of started it, and a lot of it has to do with NATO putting military sites and NATO infrastructures and stuff in Ukraine, and Russia essentially told them to stop. They didn't want that, yet Ukraine continued to allow it.
The thing is, if you invade your neighbors all the time, every 4 or 5 years, they're going to start being like worried and putting defensive stuff up. So it's just kind of silly to think that way.
I think to some degree, if you are continually being a bully and trying to go in and do stuff, you do need to defend yourself. But at the same time, if that bully is telling you, hey, if you bring in these people, then it's only going to get worse. I don't know.
Because why do you think that is? Because they want the opportunity to invade you. Like, he's playing like, Putin is smart. He's a dangerous man. And he's constantly fucking with their mindset. Like, he's fucking with us, being like, hey, you better tell your leaders to stop funding Ukraine, or else I'm going to nuke you. So he's got all of the people on the conservative party going, be nice to Putin. Why are y'all being mean to Putin? We're going to get nuked. And, you know, and Putin is a master manipulator. He lies to his own people. Like, if you asked Russians when the Ukraine conflict started, all of them had different reasons that they were invading Ukraine. And at one point, he was telling those people that they were practicing black magic, or that they were fucking Yahtzee sympathizers, or that they had bioweapon labs. And the story is always making sure they're not texting and talking about the conflict in Ukraine. Like, these people don't even know why they're fighting. They don't even know.
I guess my thing is, I personally do not want war with Russia. I don't want to see us go to war with Russia. It's bad for everybody.
Then we should stand back, fund Ukraine, and let them drain their army on a pointless war. We should do that. I think that would be the best case scenario. And it was literally costing us almost nothing. It really was. It was almost nothing.
I don't think so. After so much time of Russia being, if Vladimir Putin is sitting here watching his army dwindling, like you suggest, right? And he sees the United States continually arming and funding his adversary, and he knows in his mind this war would have been over in 2 weeks if it wasn't for the damn USA. What do you think he's going to do? Or what would he at least attempt to do?
It wasn't just us. It was 50 other countries also funding Ukraine. So he would, I mean,
yeah, but
it's either nuke us or find a way to get our leader to bend a knee. And I think that's what he did with Trump.
What's that? Get him to bend the knee, you said?
Yeah.
Do you think he would use a nuke on the United States, knowing the repercussion of that?
Yeah, it would be mutually assured destruction. I don't know. I know he's crazy, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So we should try to avoid that as much as possible.
I know, but we shouldn't allow countries to do whatever the fuck they want to just because they have nukes. That sets a bad precedence.
I feel like with Russia, we should try and build as much of as strong relationship with them as we can, while trying to influence their decision making with other countries in a positive manner.
I just don't think that Trump is the person who has the skills to do that. Like I just kind of always explain, he is now asking for favors from the same allies that he fucked over in the last 90 days. He doesn't know how to play his cards.
Speaking of, what do you think about China imposing their reciprocal tariff, bringing it to what they say, 54%? 84%?
I think it's like 80 something. Yeah, we're going to see farms go out of business. We're going to see multiple companies here go out of business. And I don't know. People are going to ignore it.
Trump responded by saying he's going to boost his another 50, putting them at 104.
I think we're at 120 something now. He did another 120. He did another 20% today, I think.
So essentially, we're going to buy absolutely nothing from China because it's going to cost everything you got to get it, right?
I think we're still going to be forced to buy it. It's just going to be very painful.
I think there'll be other avenues, but I think, like you said, it's still going to be higher. If you're buying, let's say you're buying a universal remote control, right? And you had the option of buying one for $20. Well, now because of this, you're not going to buy that. You're going to buy one that's 30 from somewhere else. So it's going to hurt us at the end of the day. But I think it's going to hurt them even more. You agree?
I think we have a lot more to lose. They have a lot more customers, and we only have one China.
I think he treats this like oil. You know how he talked about how we depend on foreign countries for oil when we have our own drill baby drill, that whole thing. I don't think it's the equal equivalent though. It's not. This isn't oil. This is goods that you can't. You can drill and create oil here. The infrastructure for that's already here, but you can't create the production that China has over here as cheap as they do it.
Yes and no. The drill baby drill thing was just a stupid bumper sticker that somehow got it convinced people that somehow Biden wasn't drilling very much when he was. Biden drilled way more than Trump. And when Biden left office, he was drilling 13.4 million barrels per day, and when Trump left office, he was drilling like 11. If Biden left office, stopped drilling a year ago, we still would have outdrilled Trump. And the other thing is there are multiple types of oil. There's sweet crude oil, and then there's light sour oil, and we only get a certain type of oil here, and we have to get the other type of oil overseas, and it's also cheaper for us to buy oil from overseas or from Canada and refine it here and sell it at a price 3 times higher. Like, there's a mixture of things that make sense in the market. It doesn't make sense for us to just drill everything here, refine it all here. That would be more expensive and dumb. So it's not just a simple market as a lot of people think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't know that much. I didn't know there's 2 different types of oil that we bring in and import as well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's about it. That's about all I had to talk about today. I was just curious about what your take was on that. Like I said, big congratulations on what you do. You definitely help me understand more points of what what you talk about, and I enjoy learning as we go along.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks for coming up, man.
Absolutely. Take care, brother.
You too. Yeah, you guys should check out Mr. Global. Mr. Global is the oil and gas expert here on TikTok. It's really good. I'm usually just plagiarizing his words when I talk about oil. Hello? 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 Do I have anybody in chat that can come up and hang out while I go grab a package? Is like Tic Tac here or somebody already? You could grab my package for me. All right.
You can listen to my cool music. What's up, friends? Can't hear my music? Well, that's a good thing. Hello. I'm at my kid's dance studio. How am I feeling about the Canadian election? Actually, I'm feeling a lot better about it. Since Trudeau is gone and we've got Carney in, it's looking like we're actually going to have a liberal government, whereas before it was like almost a bygone conclusion it was going to be conservative again. So I'm not a fan of Carney, but better than Polyev, so we'll go with that. What type of dance? This kid does like hip hop and street dance. My other kid is like jazz contemporary. But Arnie's rally and YYC is there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like what's happened with the switch between our conservative and liberal party. Why don't I like Carney? He's just like he's a little too right leaning for me. Like he's kind of enacted this like wartime type cabinet and like cut it by half. And so there's just lots of things that are kind of getting left off of the table as far as like things that we want to have addressed. Just almost as like almost in favor of uh, the possibility of being at war soon. So
Thanks for coming up. I'm gonna do a gift opening or a
no worries.
thing opening. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I?
Oh, she was saying something. All right. Package opening time, chat. Guys, first of all, effing suck it. For those of you who say Carhartt's only for hard-working men. I'm fucking way cooler than you, okay? I'm allowed to wear whatever the fuck I want. Second of all, just got a new bottle of Lion's Mane in the mail. Third of all, we got a new mesh router in the mail. Look at those gorgeous buttes. Look at those buttes, chat. Look at those. Oh my god. Wi-Fi 6? Oh my god. What kind of range do those have? I think it covers like 5,000 square feet, which is it's pretty big. I don't want to get too technical, but that's a lot. What's Lion's Mane for? For I think it's like one of two things that you can take to regenerate brain cells. That's all I know. It's good for brain health. What brand of Lion's Mane? I get this brand called Horsebach? Horbach? It's the cheapest one. Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's like 7 cents per capsule or pill. Genius mushroom. I've done those too. Can I come up and ask a question? Sure. Do I think it helps? I don't know. I'm pretty like I'm a fucking astronaut. My brain is I'm very neurodivergent, so I don't know.
G'day, how you going?
Hello.
Hi, I'm not a Trump supporter in any way, shape, or form. I just want to start with that. I do have a question though, because I don't really understand the process about your midterm elections, if I'm correct. Could you explain to me how those work and outcomes from those? You can kick me while you do so.
I would be lying if I told you I knew a lot about them, but they are for congressional and Senate seats. And I think those terms, 6 years. They're like offset. So like it's not all of the seats in Congress are up for grabs. Only some of them.
Okay, fair enough.
How do So it's halfway through president's 4-year term. All 435 seats of the House of Representatives are up for grabs. About 1/3 of the 100 Senate seats are also up for election. Senators serves every 6 years, so only a portion are up for every 2 years. Okay, that's what I was thinking. State and local races. Many states elect governors, attorney generals, state legislatures, and other officials during the midterms. So each state also has its own Congress, and they do things at a state level to write legislator and vote and pass that stuff too.
Okay, thanks for explaining. It's a sort of a similar system here, but we've only really got state, federal, and local elections. So they're divvied up a little bit differently to how you guys and your presidential system and your government. So I was just a little bit curious because I had a couple people, like I've posted some anti-Trump content before, and I had a couple of people reach out and inbox me and say things along the lines of hopefully in midterm elections we can get him out. And I don't really understand what they meant by that.
Yeah. If we can get enough people into Congress and into the Senate, we can successfully impeach him and get him out of office, get Trump out of office. Because when you impeach somebody, it takes like a majority vote. And right now we don't even have enough. It's all Republicans in Congress and Senate. They have majority in both. So even if we introduce impeachment papers, nobody will vote to kick him out.
Okay, interesting. That's good to know. So it's to do with impeachment. That was actually going to be my next question. So kudos, you've answered that. I'll go now. I love watching your stuff. Keep going. Australia loves you guys. And if we could kick out our stupid Trump supporters, because we do have them here, if we could kick them out and bring you guys in, we totally would. Don't know how we'd fit all of you in this country, but we'd make it work.
Hey, I'm willing to come. I was talking to my girlfriend last night about it, and Australia was on the table. Australia's on the table for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've got our own issues here too, but as far as leaders go, we have prime ministers, we don't have presidents. So even though they're the leader of our country, they are kneecapped. So it's a system that works very well in favor of democracy.
Love that.
Thank you. Enjoy.
All right, thank you. Yeah, the spiders are a big pause for me.
Well, I have to come up and say two really quick things. The first one is that today we just did the greatest economic move in the history of economics, okay? We did something called the pull-out method, okay? This is where we put the tariffs on, we slap them on you, and then we pull them out. We do it, and then people are like, wow, that's great. And I say, thank you, I know what I'm doing. And then The people love it. It was great. We crashed the economy and then we brought it back, just like my ear. My ear grew back like the economy. But I have to say one quick thing: that if you have not joined the Discord, what are you doing? We have to do it. If you don't join our Discord, you're not true a patriot. You're not a patriot. You have to do it. Tic Tac said tip of the tariffs. I like that one. The tip of the tariffs. That's what we did. That's a great method, the pulled-out method. I know the economy better than anybody. Okay, me and Hannibal, right? We know it. Thank you so much. Join the Discord, and God bless America. Thank you.
That is too funny. Love it. Love it. Love it, guys. I'm about to set up my mesh router. I'm gonna set up my mesh router. Should I restart? Yeah, okay. Chat, I'm going to restart. I'm going to stop my I'm gonna stop my stream, and then I'm gonna go live here in just a few minutes, and we're gonna be live for roughly an hour again. So I'll see y'all in just a second. I love you guys. We've almost been live for 7 hours. We're grinding it. We're grinding it today. We're gonna install the new router and come live and test it out. So I'll see y'all in just a second, chat. Bye.